What's up? I'm Aaron, Yoga Beta. This is Macy. And here's just a little hips and core work for you. Yeah, good times. Let's get going. Go ahead and just start on your backs today. So go ahead and roll onto the back. Bend both knees, place the feet on the ground. Interlace the fingers right around the left thigh. Bring that left thigh bone so it's perfectly perpendicular to ground. You're going to keep it like so, and you're going to keep this leg strong. So take a nice big inhale. And as you exhale, just straighten the leg as best you can. Squeeze the muscle tight. Inhale, bend. Exhale, push straight. Continue, inhale. Exhale. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and put that left foot on the ground. Same thing on the right side. Interlace the fingers beneath the thigh. Bring that thigh bone parallel to earth. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, straighten the leg. Continue, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Another 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Nicely done. Go ahead and release. Shake out those hips for just a second. Grab a hold of those knees. Rock and roll up and down the length of the spine. Gain some confidence. Gain some momentum. Eventually planting those palms and just stepping your way back. Downward facing dog. Pedal the heels out. Wiggle the hips out. Take a moment there. And from here, spread those fingers nice and wide. Cast the weight forward in those hands. Spread the toes out nice and wide. Cast the weight backwards with those feet. Pull the belly in and up. And then as you sink the left heel towards earth, maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. Take that right leg to the sky. Breathing, pulling that outer right hip bone towards the wall. The outer right hip bone towards the earth, the outer left hip bone towards the wall behind you, lifting through that right leg, reaching through that left heel. Breathe into the left hamstrings. If your left heel's on ground, pull your left toes off the mat. Say hi to those hamstrings. Take another nice big inhale. Then exhale, a big step, right foot between the hands. Wiggle the left toes back. Drop the left knee down. Untuck the left toes. Take the right hands to this right thigh. As you inhale, drive that right heel down. Come out of the lunge a little bit. As you exhale, squeeze the left glutes and sink into the lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Twice more. Inhale, come out a little. Exhale, squeeze the left glutes as you drive in. Once more, come out. Exhale as you sink in, drag the right heel backwards, squeeze the left glutes tight, push that right hand down, then take your left hand, check the symmetry in the pelvis, right? Those little 2 bumps that you can feel. Even that out. And then dragging the right heel in, squeezing those left glutes. Take the left arm up to frame the ear. Breathe into the front of the left hip. As you engage those left glutes, you should feel the front of the left hip open. You feel that, Mace? Yeah, nice. You feel that? Yeah, if you do, smile. 2 more breaths. 1 more nice big inhale. Exhale, just release those hands down, straightening the right leg out, maybe shuffling the left knee back a little bit, Ardha Hanumanasana, the half splits here. Again, you can take that left hand back and search for symmetry in the lower spine there, the pelvis, and then squeeze the musculature strong above the knee on that right leg. Drag the right heel backwards and let the head fall heavy. Take a couple breaths. Could always have bricks beneath the hands here for support. 1 more inhale. Exhale, stay. Then come up, maybe fingertips, maybe bricks. Then go ahead, toe heel this right foot over till it's directly in front of the left knee, and then watch this right leg pretty close, right? You're gonna push the gas forward. You're gonna pull the toes back. Again, strong in these quadriceps. Roll this right pinky toe for earth from the hip. And you're going to notice the hips want to swivel and do weird things. Check with the left hand for symmetry in those hip bones behind you. Drag that right heel backwards. You should feel outer edge or IT band say hello as you drift the torso back in. Let your head be as heavy as it actually is here. And feel how the weight of all that genius opens up the back body line. 3 breaths. One more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale, come up. Fingertips, maybe bricks. Exhale is all fours. You circle the hips around clockwise. You circle the hips around counterclockwise. That is your little vinyasa flow. Spread the fingers, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog, pedal heels, wiggle hips. And then spread the toes. Again, spread the fingers. Cast the weight forward in the hands. Cast the weight back in the feet. As the right heel presses towards earth and the right leg gets strong, you take that left leg to the sky. You think outer left hip bone for earth. You squeeze those left glutes. You sink the right heel, outer right hip bone for the wall behind you. Breathe into these lines. If the right heel touches ground, you're going to peel those toes off the earth for 2. For 1. Big step, left foot between the hands. Drop the right knee, untuck those right toes, and take your hands to that left thigh. Starting up again here. Heavy in this left heel, so these hamstrings take a little tone. Try to push that right pinky toenail down behind you. Then inhale, come out of the lunge a little bit. Dig in with that front leg. Exhale, squeeze the right glutes, sink in further. Do that a few more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Squeeze the right glutes as you exhale. Again. Just once more. Then you sink in. You squeeze that right glute strong. You drag that left heel backwards. And as you're here, right, symmetry in the pelvis as best you can. Keep the right glutes online. Take that right arm up to frame the ear. You're pressing away with that left hand, growing space between low belly and left thigh. And you're dragging that left heel backwards as you engage those right glutes and lift through that right arm. Take one more nice big inhale, reaching. And then exhale, hands come down. The half splits, the right knee might shuffle back a little bit. You'll straighten out that left leg. Again, the right hand can reach back to find the symmetry in the pelvis. And you engage these quadriceps. You take the big inhale. The exhale, you can let the torso drape in. Breathe deep. Breathe consciously. And with that friction in the throat, that constriction in the throat, that Ujjayi pranayama. Head heavy. Just a couple more. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Lift up with the inhale. Shuffle this left foot over in front of that right knee. Draw a straight line. Push the gas, engage the leg, and then again, it's from the hip that we roll pinky toe for earth. And you suck that hip bone deeper. Make sure the pelvis doesn't swivel to cheat you out of what you're looking for. The outer edge of that hip's gonna say hello, dragging that left heel backwards, letting the torso drape in, head heavy, breathe deep, soft jaw. Just a couple here. One more inhale. I lied. Do a whole another breath. One more exhale. Then lift up a little bit, swing it back to all fours, circle those hips around counterclockwise and clockwise, wiggle through those hip sockets. And then from here, just crawl those knees forward, right? You're going to take the knees, click them together, spread the heels wide enough to sit between them, right? If you have a brick, I'll encourage you to use it right now. You can pull the calf flesh straight backwards as you sit back between those heels. Some of us sit on the ground like Mason. Some of us sit on a brick or anything really, a big book, a few pillows, or dense, right? Now take your fingertips, click those heels in. Fingertips right next to the sides of the hip bones. Lift your butt up off the ground, the brick, the pillows. Tuck your tailbone under. Top of butt comes down a little bit. Then you walk back. As soon as you start to feel the front of the hips open in a way that's like, wow, that's good, you stop. But maybe you pause. Tuck, lift, again. Come a little lower. Right? Pause, lift, tuck. And if you want to lay all the way down, you remove whatever is beneath you, but we're never looking for crunching and low back. We're looking through opening through the fronts of those hips. Breathe into that. Two more full ones. One more. Exhale, tones the belly. You walk those hands in, whether you're sitting on brick or not. Right, you're going to shuffle the heels to one side, swing those legs around in front of you. Right, a little time spent opening up the hips and the hamstrings. A little time now spent strengthening this midsection of the body. Let's do this one without a brick, right? Yeah, because you may or may not have one, right? So all we're going to do is we're going to go ahead. I want you to take both your hands and just press them into your left thigh. Left knee is going to stay at 90 as you lay down. And you're going to keep your shoulder blades off the ground. Reach through that right leg. Squeeze the right leg strong. And then push your left thigh away from you and drive your left thigh into those hands. You're going to feel the low belly, right? Navel pulls to spine. Try to keep those shoulder blades lifted. Try to keep the pelvis in symmetry. And with the exhales, pull the navel down to the spine. Just 3 more breaths. The more you press with the hands, the more you press with that thigh, the more you get out of it. It's a choice always, right? You always choose how much effort you put into anything. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Keep the right hand there, press into that, turn your torso and turn the belly button towards the left. You can reach with that left arm, yes, but we want to keep that left shoulder blade off the ground. Drive in here, fight with the hand and the thigh for 2. For 1. Exhale, tones the belly, bend the knees, you lift up. Take a moment. Should feel a little more heat in this low belly, a little more connection to that area of the body. 2 hands press into that right thigh, left leg goes straight, right knees to 90. Notice the tendency for this left hip to drift away from you. Pull it into its own socket and then push with hands and push with thigh and keep the shoulders lifted. Keep the face soft. We're here for just a few breaths. Take it into a twist. Turn the belly button towards the right. Keep that right shoulder blade lifted. That means you're lifting the chest and turning through the center of the body. Pull that left hip. I feel fire in the center of my body. There's just 2 more breaths. 1 more inhale. Exhale, bends the left knee. You lift up. Oh, you should feel heat. Breathe into that. Take a moment. Bend the knees. Lay down. Going to open up that space we just worked so the feet go hips width. Right? You reach down with those fingertips. Make sure you can graze the backs of those heels. Search for symmetry there as best you can. Right? And then dragging the heels into the mat towards your shoulders. So these hamstrings pull you up. Dig them in. Lift the hips up. You can walk those shoulders together. Do your best to interlace the hands behind the back. Walk the shoulders further together. And then as you breathe here, try to squeeze your palms into one another. Try to bring your wrists together as best you can, right? Push down through the inner edges of the feet. And then breathe into the opening in the fronts of the hips. Breathe into the dilation of the chest. The expansion of those abdominal muscles that you just worked here. Slow the heart rate down. Use the breath as a tool to control the nervous system. One more inhale. Stay as you exhale. Bring those hands as close as you can together. Squeeze those palms, those wrists together. Keep that. And then slowly lower your hips to sit yourself on your own arms. Pleasantly pinning those arms beneath you. You'll feel this nice dilation in the sternum. Breathe into that. Expand the chest with breath. The breath is like fuel for the body, right? Energy, prana, if you'd like to call it that. Feel that move through the system. Lengthen out the exhales. One more inhale. Stay on that exhale. Tuck the tailbone, dig in with the heels. Inhale, lift the hips enough just to slide the arms out. Roll the spine back down, catch opposite elbows, taking those arms overhead. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall out wide, tucking the tail under. Breathing into the inner groin. Breathing in to those armpits, to the chest. See if you can relax those legs fully. Close the eyes if you're comfortable doing so. Big inhale through the nose, fill it up. Pause at the top. Out the nose, you let it go. Pause at the bottom. Fill it up. Pause at the top. Let it go. Pause at the bottom. Inhale, fill it up. Out the mouth, just sigh it out. Reach down for the outer thighs. Close the knees like a book. Pull them into the chest. Then just rock and roll the length of the spine. And just roll your way up to a comfortable seat, kneeling, cross-legged. Loop the shoulders. Maybe even pull the flesh out from underneath those sit bones once or twice. Feeling tall. Feeling soft. Thumbs pull down to the heart center. Chin falls down to the chest. Always a moment in gratitude, right? For the practice, the opportunity to practice. And those around you in the room. Yourself included, of course. Thumb pads to third eye. Bow below the heart. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.